know, I'm a veterinarian by training, and now we are helping develop a vaccine for opioid use disorder in humans. And so this is the kind of work that sometimes surprises me, because we're a veterinary school and here we're developing something that's going to have a huge impact in the human population.
When we do research in veterinary medicine, we're not really working in silos, because we understand that the challenges that impact pets or farm animals are related to the challenges that impact people and the environment we share.
So understanding viruses in the natural environment, I think that's the core of my research. And in the early 2000s, we had this extraordinary collapse of honeybees. Honeybees were in rapid decline, and it was across the world. So we went and did a whole-scale search, and we pulled everything out of a colony. We would do screening and sequencing, and then you just suddenly discovered viruses that has never been reported before.
I work with Microplasmas, which are bacterial species that cause disease in different type of animals. In pigs, these Microplasmas affects the respiratory tract. It causes a type of pneumonia. It is very important that we control those diseases, and more importantly, that we try to eliminate.
Urinary stones were a problem I was dealing with in my patients all the time. They were frequent and frustrating and highly hereditary. So I had this opportunity to start doing research where I could take kind of the basic science that excited me and use it to understand a clinical problem that was something I was managing all the time and really was in desperate need of solutions.
On the animal side, we study those E. coli and we try to understand how they behave in the bird. Our current interest is the ecology of these bacteria. So as you look at these E. coli across the barn and across the production system, what are the relationships between the E. coli all the way from that point to the meat that we ultimately consume?
I am particularly interested in gathering data around how veterinarians use medications to treat animals. My team and I are working to create the Companion Animal Veterinary Surveillance Network, which we call Cavsnet. And the idea behind that network is to pull electronic health records from hundreds or thousands of clinics into one place, so here at the University of Minnesota, and aggregate or combine all of that information so that we can use that for research. That sort of information is going to translate back to veterinary practice and animal care, because it's going to give us a lot of insights that we just don't have right now.
I hope that some of the work that I'm doing, for example, with osteoarthritis, which affects a big percent of human populations, as well as horses, dogs, cats, if I'm able to improve the care for that single disease, that's going to have a tremendous impact in many, many different species. And I think those species are going to be living better because of that.